Hey guys, welcome back. It's Limitless here. So today we're going to go ahead and get into some Barbarian building as well as some AP reset strat. Alright guys, but before we do, make sure to go ahead, like, subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, guess what? Your builds are never going to work. You're just never going to be able to play DD2. It's going to be terrible, all because you didn't like the video. Alright guys, so first things first. We're going to pop into this here. We got the Barbarian with what he's got right now. And we'll slow this down here too. We'll show everything that's on his Relic, and we'll show all of his shards. Well, not Relic, excuse me, his armor and weapons. So yeah, you can see that right there. Click over here so you can see what he's got on there. Slowing this down so you guys can take a second and actually look at this. May not have to pause the video if you don't want to. Yeah, you can see I have a ton of gilded shards on him. So pop over to the first weapon. And that is the ruined saber, because when you see the Barbarian it shows both his weapons at the same time. So you can see all my chips there. Basically everything on there is mostly a must, so alright, that's what we got on the Barbarian. We'll show his Ascension here. So just because, I go ahead and in the Fury category I drop, Max Tornado Stance Fury, Turtle Stance Fury, and Siphon Stance Fury, because why not reduce how much they cost? I always drop the Fury capacity because that's awesome, you really need that. I go ahead and drop Lightning Stance Wrath because obviously, again, if you can reduce the cost by 50%, you better do it. Hawk Strike damage. I use a lot of damage in that just because I'm not a huge fan of using Whirlwind. I'd rather use a burst DPS and back off. Wrath capacity, of course, is a must. And then you've got your hero crit chance, hero crit damage, movement speed. Those are all an absolute must. And you can see I'm using everything in hero health right now because I don't have the Ascension to go through all the hero damage too. So you can see he's got, just a ton of health stat right there. He's got decent armor, quite a bit of attack considering he has no actual attack added. And absolutely no ability power. He's almost zero. Which isn't great for the Hawk Strike, but we're not depending on Hawk Strike. So what we are going to be depending on is basically his health and the damage from all the stuff he has on, rather than his ability damage. So what we got here today, guys, we actually got lucky. I pulled the floor 30 map here because I figured, you're going to get up to that eventually as you get going and all that. Eventually 30 is going to start being your minimum floor rather than the floor that you have to get to. So I figured, why not go ahead and show that now. So what we got here, got some Sizerker throwers, max effort, abominable. So basically they've got more health, but you can make them weaker. And then this one's always a double lane. I'm unlucky because I got Cursey Kaze, so that's whatever. And then we've got the Zerker Wompers there. They're lethargic. It's not horrible. Then the Flyers, we've actually got Wall Leech Zappers. And here we've got Enraged Dargans, which isn't great because they start pretty far back, and that means that they're going to get a lot of health by the time they actually get up and get killed. But so to get into the build here, the only upgraded things we're going to be using are Flame Auras. You can see 965k, so I've actually managed to reduce their damage quite a bit. That way I'm not using, like, hey, this is the greatest C8 thing ever. No. It's still C8 just because I didn't have another relic set aside for Flame Aura that wasn't C8. So what I did instead, I went to my Flame Aura and I ripped off, let's go over here. Nice. Oh, I gotta lock that. Anyway, so yeah, I ripped off what I had and replaced it with Vampiric Empowerment, which I was using, what was it, Mass Destruction, something like that. Anyway, so normally my damage would be like, 1.3 something mil. I managed to dial that down quite a bit. So you can still see what I have on it right now. I'll show you right there. I'm still using defense rate on it because, you don't have to. If you had, a gilded defense rate, or if you had a defense rate period with, the defense rate servo on here, then you could combine them and still have your maximum attack speed. Now, as for the rest, it's going to be kind of crazy because the Boost Aura, the Ramster, and the Earth Shadow combo that you're used to seeing are all going to be campaign. Because, you're not going to want to rank everything up every time you go through AP. You're only going to want to rank up one thing, so why not Flame Auras? So they can catch both ground and flyer lanes. Sometimes you got to be tricky with the placement, but it's kind of what you put up with when you're trying to build cheaply. So right here, we'll go into the Boost Aura. And what that has, obviously, you don't want to be doing that with, a defense health relic, but it's just what I had with an extra defense range servo on that was at campaign, so. You still got Gilded Boosted Grasp. Automation, mine's maxed, but it doesn't have to be leveled up at all. And then Vicious Strikes, you can try to replace it with Deadly Strikes, but you're always going to lose that range. So that's how that one goes. We're not going to be using our Reflect Beam. That's not going to be in this build. We are going to be using our Earth Shatters, which obviously that's got a defense health relic on it too, because it was a campaign Shatterquake that I had, so that way, if you guys have just found a Shatterquake and it sucks, but, it's all you got, well, guess what? You can still use it. Gilded Earth Toss, Gilded Defense Rate, Gilded Destruction, and then the Abyss Lord here. We're going to be using just a Poison Servo on the Ramster. Gilded Defense Rate, Deadly Strikes, Gilded Destruction, and so you guys know, they can still be at campaign, and you can still level up relics to different rarities. For example here, let's go, say this right here, this Ranger's Chest. You can click on that, bring it over to Advance, and then you can see pretty cheaply I could boost it from Mythical to Legendary, but as long as it's Mythical, that's all you need, because it'll have the 3 slots that you need to actually use all 3 shard slots. Alright guys, so we're going to get into this right here just so you can see it. Lady Orcs and whatnot. It's going to be fun, but we're going to see how it goes, because right now I don't have Flame Auras actually damaging the ground lanes. It's just going to be the campaign Petrify combo for this wave, and we'll see how that goes. Here's Earth Shatter. With the defense rates, the Ramsters and the Earth Shatters will still have their max attack rate. Obviously that's important. And you can see, the lanes seem a little bit beefy, but the Petrify gives you enough time that you could run around on your Barbarian or whatever and literally just beat some stuff up. Take a look at the flyer lanes here. Got the flyers over there, burned down from the Flame Auras, and then the Dargans that are getting increased health coming over here and getting burned down by these Flame Auras. There we go, no help. You can see now why I put 3 Flame Auras over here like I always would. And to tell you guys too, it's not at all impossible to be getting up in your APs, have some levels and be able to have 1,000,000+ health in the Barbarian. just from, you know, campaign stuff and your Ascension points going into his health. It's not at all impossible. So now you guys have seen the first wave. All the ground lanes were cleared without help with the Petrify combo from Earthshatter, Ramster, and the slowdown from the Boost Aura. Now, we would actually add Flame Auras into this. As you can see, you know, we were only using 66% of the DU, so we still had quite a bit left. We're just going to add a Flame Aura in here. And this way, if you wanted, just don't upgrade anything but the Flame Auras. Let's check the range on that too. 1140. That could be better, but this is how I'm choosing to run it. With the Boost Aura, it puts it up to just barely over a mil from that, what, 965k? Yeah. And so right now, we actually have quite a bit of extra mana that we could just go upgrading Flame Auras on. Like, I could upgrade that one or this one or whatever. So the nice thing about Flame Auras, if you do upgrade them, they don't stop hitting just because you're upgrading. They're not that kind of defense. Geode Prime. Nice, he went down without any help. Now obviously, guys, this isn't the best strategy in the world that you could use. This is just an effective one that you can use cheaply. I'll try to show something in a coming wave here, just so you guys see it. But as I've stated in other videos, the Barbarian, if you use Turtle Stance like that, then he can't be grabbed by the assassins. He's immune to the I guess you'd call it, what, the CC or whatever. You can see, you know, I could take off the range on my Flame Auras. I could put down multiples, whatever. I could put down, you know, extra Earth Shatters or something like that. You know, you can see the damage is the same as the Boost Aura boosted Flame Aura. They're both 1.02 mil DPS. For what I'm used to, that is extremely sad, but that's because it's campaign stuff. There we go. Look at that extra health going down. Beautiful. Alright, where is that Plaguing Hulk? Is he in there? I think he's in there. Nice, guys, nice. Let me see what my... Oh, yeah, okay. My TV... Oh, yeah. So, there we go. Turtle up. He couldn't grab me. And you can drop the turtle as soon as all the assassins that are attacking you miss. You can drop the turtle stance. Look at that. And you see the reason why he didn't go down from this is because obviously the Flame Aura got Cursey Kaze'd, and that's totally fine. You can just put another one back here if you're worried about bosses or whatever. And of course, there's another way to go about it too. Say you've got a wall that you've got, you know, your great servos on or whatever, but it's stuck at campaign because you just AP'd. You could throw, you know, one or two of those down each lane too, or whatever, and you know, just give it that upgrade, and it'll have basically an extra life. As you can see, guys, we're using a non-wall build right now. And it's actually going really smooth. This is something I wanted to try for a while, and yeah, it's been really, really smooth. I think I think I just accidentally got my my Ramster Dark Assassin, so that's whatever. I mean, that's not good, but obviously I've got a Barbarian here, so it's not an issue either. Let's see. Yeah, I can put it back. I was worried that I didn't have them on, but I do have them ready on the build right here, so. There's our siege roller friend. Yeah, if you're using Turn the Tides, make sure you're dropping your stances. Unless you just absolutely need all the health possible, make sure you're dropping your stances. Oh, yep, that's definitely what happened. Dark Assassin, because that's hurt too. As you can see, they have absolutely garbage health, but it's not really being an issue. To be honest, I don't like the way I positioned him, so rather than fixing him, I'll just throw another one, because I got the extra DU, the extra mana, it doesn't matter. Yeah, obviously you wouldn't have, you know, nearly 3 million health at a campaign Barbarian, but I don't have the extra stuff like that to just, you know, throw around and campaign up everything. But that's okay, because this is just kind of showing you what it could be like rather than exactly what it's like. Yeah, that is what happened. Okay, I just wanted to make sure of that one, but that is what I had done before, and it definitely is, which is totally fine. It's not good, but it is fine. Now, obviously, something like Bastille Master, you're going to want to take down. And that's just because with your stuff being in campaign, it's not going to be great. Turtle up. Uh-huh. You tried. Goodbye. Oh. There we go. There's our chest. Not bad, guys. That was all 5 waves. In almost everything campaign, you know, 3 of our 4 defenses are campaign. But I'm going to go a bit further and show you what that DPS looks like in the tavern. Normally I would end this, but since this is a, you know, how-to kind of video, we're going to go ahead and show you a bit more in depth here of what this kind of looks like. To be honest, part of me hated doing this just because I have to rebuild my stuff after this, but that's okay. It was kind of fun in its own way too, just to see campaign stuff wreck like that. And that will show you guys too that it's more possible than it seems. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and drop our combo right there. I'm not going to do the boost orb because it's not contributing to damage. It's only contributing to slow, unless of course you have a flame aura nearby. Then it's contributing a little bit to damage. So you can see right there, that combo is only doing like 1.5 mil DPS. Sometimes a little more. Not bad. Now, if we go ahead and add a flame aura, just 1. can see that damage ramps up a good bit. So now say that instead of flame aura, just one like that, you know, you've got, let's see here, make sure I know where that went. Okay, good. So now you've got, you know, the whole basic strat here of I need to do more damage, so I'm gonna, you know, like triple drop my flame aura or something like that. And then maybe, you know, hey, I'll go ahead and throw the boost aura in here too. Then we'll go ahead and drop that range back on. And you can see now our DPS is actually quite a bit increased. 4.2 mil, 4.5, 4.8, 4.7, 4.5, 4.2. Why, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's not bad, guys. At times you can get like 5 mil DPS for this, while still including both your, excuse me, your stun lock, CC, and your slowdown. Not bad, guys. Not bad. If you're worried about getting it within the range of 200, well, you know, you can get close by getting rid of a flame, or that'd be 210 right there. Or if you just don't have the boost aura and you're not gonna worry about that, you know, you're like, I don't care about slowing them down, then you can get rid of the boost aura there and be at exactly 200 for the lane. So that is really whatever you guys want to do, but that is how the strat works, and as you can see, it does work. So guys, I hope you've had your fun. Hope that helps out, and we will see you next time. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and God bless.